Good evening, Divya, Sharmila, Rahul, Keshav. Good evening, everyone. Vishal, good evening. Vishal, today I will send the solution to you, beta. I saw your message today. I didn't got time. I was in school, so only I was unable to reply you. Nothing is there. I'll send the solution in group itself. Now look here. So last class we were discussing about that question Keshav has sent. I'll be explaining about that question. Now look here, beta. Now I'm going to talk about chemistry first so that syllabus will get finished. Now look here. So today we are going to just first understand that Bohr model of atom. You know that Rutherford atomic model had defect. Now can you tell me what was the defect of Rutherford model of atom? Rutherford model of atom had a defect. What was the defect? What was the defect in the Rutherford model of atom? What was the defect in the Rutherford model of atom? What was the defect in the Rutherford model of atom? Come on, let's see who can quickly answer this question. Defect in Rutherford model of atom. Spiral. Keshav, spiral. Okay, very good. Energy transmission. Its structure. Yes, very good. In precise, Keshav, your points are absolutely acceptable. That means Rutherford model of atom had a major defect, and that is its atomic structure. He has made a spiral structure. What he had made a spiral structure, and according to we know that atoms are exactly now the new concept says that elements are revolving around the nucleus in discrete orbits. The thing here is that they do not release energy. The the electrons are not releasing energy. They will be revolving in a specific orbit. Okay, so but the thing here is, according to the spiral structure, the electron will be exactly releasing energy, and the spiral structure will keep on becoming small, and one time will come when it will fall into the nucleus. So that was the major defect. See, look here, the electron will revolve, and the electron will revolve in the orbit, and one time will come when it will fall into the nucleus. One time will come. Yes, very good. That is, the structure of atom will get collapsed. Keshav, what happened today? Back to back correct answers you are giving. Hi Ashwin. So he missed electron stability. Absolute. Keshav, what happened? Wow, bang on answers giving, yeah. Made me happy. Means after so much tired, I am really very tired, but once I read your answers, it is giving me a very good happy feeling. Back to back, whatever we have discussed in last class, you have just delivered the answer. Super. Bang on. I want only this. Keshav is back. Welcome, Keshav. You are very sad, Keshav. Why? You should be happy, you have given so good answer. So now we have understood a very important point what Keshav has discussed. An atom is made up of three kind of particles. Now Bohr atomic model of atom. Sharmila, I didn't receive your message, beta. Okay. I mixed Sharmila and Keshav's answer together. Okay. Sharmila has also given the answer. It didn't. Wait, I'll go for live chat and check the answer. Yes, Sharmila has also given the answer. Jiva, good evening, Jiva. So exactly answer from Sharmila's side. You didn't explain the stability of atom. Okay, very good. So Sharmila, okay, very good. Aishwarya, hi Aishwarya, good evening, beta. So we right now only started. And we are just discussing about that what was the Rutherford structure defect. So exactly the major defect was his concept. No, he has not given any concept defect. He has exactly done one small explanation of the structure of the atom. That was the only defect section. Rather than that, everything was bang on. Okay, Aishwarya, good evening, beta. So now we are going to understand about Rutherford model of atom, Bohr model of atom. Now what Bohr has proposed. So till you already know that after so long discovery of electron and proton, the discovery of neutron has been done after many years. Okay, and it was done by James Chadwick. So now we have to understand about the new concept where electron, proton and neutron, all three will be there. The new concept Neil Bohr said electrons revolve in circular orbit and such that they do not radiate energy, and he said that they can't jump from one shell to another. Look here, in this concept now about when we are talking about this concept, Keshav, there is a very important point. Come on everyone, be very very attentive and start answering the question. Just understand one very important point, that it was not about they cannot jump. Electron can be able to jump from one orbit to another. When they will be getting energy, they will be exactly capable of jumping from one orbit to another orbit. They can jump, but they need energy. Like if I will tell you, Keshav, can you go to Chennai? You will say that no auntie, it is not possible for me to go to Chennai. But if I will give you 10,000 rupees and I'll say that, Keshav, now can you go to Chennai? You will say yes auntie, I'll go, because now you have money to transport, sorry, to exactly board a bus. You have to go for going and coming. Now you have energy. So in the same way, electron revolving in a particular orbit cannot have that extra energy to jump into outermost orbit, because the electron revolving in a particular orbit is moving in a fixed energy level. Okay, they are moving in a fixed energy level. So now they need extra energy. They are moving in a fixed energy level. Okay, Keshav, that was very cute. So now that means hi Ekta, how are you? Yes, beta. The radiation and acceleration of energy. See, look here, Rashmi, there was exactly this concept of Rutherford. Actually, what you said is absolutely correct. Based on that, beta, the spiral structure was the enemy. Actually, the spiral structure is the enemy. And now, like we understood one very important point, that if I am moving in my orbit where I exactly can independently move, but if I want to go to outer orbit, since the electron are arranged from lower energy level to higher energy level, that is lower orbit to higher orbit. So then what happens, if I want to go to Chennai, means if I want to go far, that means I need energy. So if I will be giving you energy, that time jumping of electron can be possible. But this, I mark this point and I'll tell this point very clearly, that this is not a long term effect, this is a short term effect. See, when the electron will be jumping from lower orbit to higher orbit, then they cannot stay in higher orbit for long time, because they have a particular type of energy dissipation. They'll start releasing energy. When they will go in higher orbit, what they will do, they will start releasing energy. And when they will start releasing energy, then one time will be there, how much extra energy they have got, they are going to release that energy and they'll again go back to their orbit. That is also one of a very important point. So that's what, that they are stable in their orbit. But if you are giving them energy, they will be exactly going to higher orbit. But after certain time, again they are going to go back to their orbit, because they belongs to that particular orbit. This is a very important point to remember. So only when spiral structure was there, electron will keep on releasing energy. So in this spiral structure, what will happen, electron will keep on releasing energy, and one time will come, due to its acceleration in the spiral structure, one time will come when it will fall into the nucleus. Due to its acceleration in the spiral structure, one time will come when it will fall into the nucleus. So that is a very important concept we have discussed right now. Now we are going to understand what Bohr model of atom has to say about. Now we are going to go to the type of electron protons. An atom is made up of three kind of particles. An atom is having how many kind of particles? Three kind of particles. What are they? Electron, proton and neutron. So what are the three kind of particles an atom is having? Electron, proton and neutron. They are called as subatomic particles. So now we have understood, our concept is now clear about atom. Now we are exactly going to study the Bohr model of atom. Bohr says that in the nucleus, neutron and proton is there. So nucleus, neutron and proton is living. Inside the nucleus, what is living? Inside the nucleus, neutron and proton is living. Who is living? Neutron and proton. So in the nucleus, what is living? In the nucleus, neutron and proton is living. And electron is revolving in the extra nuclear part. Electron is revolving where? Electron is revolving in the extra nuclear part. So this outside orbit, outside nucleus part is called as extra nuclear part. Outside orbit is called as outside nucleus is called as extra nuclear part. Means outside the nucleus whatever orbits are there, they are called as extra nuclear part. Fine. So we have understood that atom is made up of three kind of particles: electron, proton and neutron. Where who lives? So electron revolves in the extra nuclear part. So electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, and neutrons are neutral in nature. So last class itself we have discussed about this point. We have discussed about this point that electrons are negatively charged, neutrons are positively charged, and neutrons are neutral and protons are positively charged. So now next important point is, another important point, he said that the number of proton will be equal to number of electron. So number of proton means number of positive charge present in the nucleus will be equal to number of negative charge present in the orbit, equal to number of negative charge. So here number of negative charge means I am totally talking about number of electrons. So number of electrons will be equal to number of protons. So number of electrons is equal to number of protons. Number of electrons is equal to number of protons. This is the second concept. Number of electrons is equal to number of protons are the next important concept. Fine. So the number of electron and proton are equal, so that atom is electrically neutral. So the concept of electrical neutrality was told by J.J. Thomson also, Rutherford also, and now Bohr has also proposed the same law. He said that number of electron is equal to number of proton. So since number of electron is equal to number of proton, so that's why atoms are electrically neutral. What atoms are? Atoms are electrically neutral. Electrical neutrality means number of proton equal to number of electron. Okay. Now proton and neutron are present within the nucleus. Due to the presence of proton, the nucleus is positively charged. Yes, because we know that neutron is neutral and inside nucleus protons are present. So since inside nucleus protons are present and proton is exactly positively charged, because of that nucleus is overall positively charged. So nucleus is what? Nucleus is positively charged. Then what is the question? Why nucleus is positively charged? Because protons are present and neutrons are present. Where neutrons are neutral, protons are positively charged. So the nucleus is positively charged. So the nucleus is what type of charge? Positively charged. So till now what and all we have discussed? We discussed that electrons point by point. Shall we go for the points? What and all are the points we discussed about? So we discussed that ki atom is there. In the atom, atomic structure is there. Now in this structure we discussed some points. First point is neutron, proton and electron. These three are exactly present in the atom. These three are exactly present in the atom. After that, very good Shruti. So after that, Sharmila, sorry, very good Sharmila. So after that we learned that inside the nucleus, neutron and proton is there. And neutron is neutral and proton is positively charged. What are protons? Protons are positively charged. Protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. Electrons are negative charges, and number of neutron equal to number of proton. Number of neutron is equal to number of proton. This is what we have discussed. And electrons are negatively charged. Electrons are negatively charged. We have discussed already. So now we are going to talk about the next important point. I hope you might have understood whatever point we have discussed till now about what you call location of electron, proton, neutron, and about nucleus. Why nucleus is called as positive charge? Because inside the nucleus proton and neutron are there. So where proton is positively charged, neutron is neutral. So overall the nucleus is positively charged. Overall the nucleus is positively charged. So these are the content we have already discussed. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the next point, that the electron revolves in fixed particular orbit. So we already discussed about it in past classes, but now it's time to have a final recap about it. So number of electron is equal to number of proton. Absolutely correct, Vishal. So now we are going to go back to the next important point. The fifth point, or the very important point, is the electron revolves around the nucleus in fixed orbit. The electron is revolving around the nucleus in what type of orbit? Fixed orbit. Okay, so the energy level or shells which are represented by numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 are called as KLMNO4. These numbers are counted from nucleus to outside. Understood? So that means literally we are talking about orbits. Okay, so now total 7 orbits are there. Till now we are using how many orbits? Total 7 orbits are there. How many orbits are there? Total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 orbits are there. If somebody will be asking from you, yes, beta, hard work. The thing here is, but J.J. Thomson experiment explanation I have done. It is present in the video. In that, beta, if you will see 3 days back video, you will be seeing cathode ray experiment along with properties I have discussed. So, if possible, can you see that class video and can you note down the contents? It will be very helpful for you. It will be very helpful because that properties are going to be useful not only for today's class, beta, in higher classes also that properties will be very helpful to you, because cathode ray experiment only was the giving the basic point about, because that only helped us to understand about the positive and negative charges that is present inside the atom. That was exactly, I think you can say that was the first point where we understood that atoms are electrically neutral and they do possess positive and negative charge. Okay, God bless you beta. But just one time you see cathode ray experiment and all, सारा प्रॉपर्टी लिख के रखा है उसमें, सारा प्रॉपर्टी डाल के रखा है और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, और you will be definitely be what you called getting the points once you will listen to the lecture, beta. So Keshav, ma'am, whether any number of shells present after no beta, the thing here is, Keshav, understand this, till now there are 7 periods. How many periods are there in the periodic table? Total 7 periods are there in the periodic table. So if you will see a periodic table, you will be seeing the periodic tables are exactly having, let me show you a periodic table, just 1 minute. Now look here beta, in this periodic table, if you will see a periodic table, not yet started. Now look here beta, in the periodic table, if you will see the periodic table, just see the periodic table nicely. No beta, no, not 6 cells, there are exactly 7 cells are there. Seven cells are there. I am going to explain it beta. Chalo, I am going to explain beta. Hard work. I am going to explain about it. That about orbit and atoms na. I will explain everything nicely. Now look here beta. How many? See here. Periods are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This are exactly coming from this section. Lanthanide and actinides. Don't think about this one. Just you count the main one. The main 7 periods are there. So 7 periods means 7 orbits. 7 orbits or 7 shells you can say. Okay. So 7 periods, 7 orbits, 7 cells you can say. So till now how many cells you can say? Total 7. Vishal, can we start counting from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many shells are there? 7 shells or 7 orbits. Come on, repeat with me. How many shells are there? Let's see who is going to repeat how much fast. How many shells are there here? How many shells are there? How many shells are there? Class 9th, how many shells are there? Total, how many shells are there? Quickly say the answer. Total, we are absolutely correct, Keshav Vishal. Total 7 shells are there. So, beta, one thing is there, you have to create connectivity between shells and periods. So, number of periods equal to number of cells. So, here 7 periods are there. Now, 7 periods means 7 shells. 7 periods means 7 shells. Absolutely correct, Jiva, Sharmila, Ekta. So, 7 periods means how many shells, beta? 7 shells. 7 period means 7 shells. I hope everyone is understanding this point. How many periods are there? How many periods are there? 7 periods. So how many periods are there? That many shells will be there. How many periods are there? That many shells will be there. Fine. So shall we go back to the next point, please? So now, how many shells? N will be equal to 1. So we'll start from N. So here n equal to 1, n equal to 2, n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to 5, n equal to 6, n equal to 7. So total 7 orbits are there, 7 shells are there, and we are counting it as K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. So till now in our periodic table 7 periods are there. So 7 periods means 7 shells. 7 period means 7 shells and or 7 orbits starting from K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, like that. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. The lower orbit is exactly called as the orbit of lower energy, and when you go from down inside to outside means the energy level increases. This is a very important point. The energy level increases. Very good, beta. I am just going to show you that picture again. The energy level increases on going from the energy level increases. Let's see how many are there. Total, see, some of them are derived, some of them are exactly not. So 118 it is written. Right now 118 is there. Right now, very good. So 118 is there. Right now 118 is there. How many are there? Right now 118 is there. Most of the, after 96 now, most of them down this portion now, most of them are radioactives. Most of them are radioactive. If you will be checking that, most of them will be radioactive. Most of them will be what? Radioactive, and you will be seeing that one circle and sign of radiation will be there. One circle like this, and sign of, this is exactly sign of radioactive. So they will be exactly what? Radioactive. Okay, fine. Shall we go back to our content? Shall we go back to our PDF? So now we were discussing about our previous part. We were talking about KLMNO, KLMNOP. So these many shells are exactly there. So they are counted from nucleus to outside. Now next is energy level has a fixed amount of energy. The orbit nearest to the nucleus has minimum energy, where the orbit farthest from the nucleus is highest energy. This is what I told you. When you will go from inside to outside, the energy level increases. When you will go from inside to outside, the energy level increases. When you will go from inside to outside, the energy level the energy level, they have not written about Q, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They wrote only 6. Okay, and so on they have written. So exactly you can also, so in future there may be more radioactive element we can be able to take out. So the more radioactive element we will be able to take out, the more we will be exactly keep on adding the shells. Okay, but till now, right now till Q, it will be there, and that is exactly 7th orbit, 7th period. It will be presenting 7th period. Hello Shikha, kahan thi beta? So now we are going to go for the next point. Each energy level has a fixed amount of energy. That means orbit number 1 is having fixed amount of energy, orbit number 2 is having fixed amount of energy. There is no change in the energy of electron as long as they will revolve in the same orbit and remain stable. But if an electron gain energy, it will jump to higher energy level, and if it will lose energy, it will fall to lower energy level. Keshav, now you understood this point. Now the mass of atom is almost entirely due to nucleus, as electron mass is negligible. So I am going to discuss these 2-3 points very extensively. I am going to explain the next 2-3 important points, then we will go for atomic number. So till now what I have discussed, in that I am adding another point. The another point is energy level. So right now I am just going to discuss about energy level. Each orbit is having an energy level. So orbit number 1 will have energy level 1, energy level 2, energy level 3, energy level 4, energy level 5, energy level 6, energy level 7. So that means we came to know that that electrons are present in particular energy level, starting from lower energy level to higher energy level. Starting from which seventh, please repeat. Seventh point, please repeat. I am going to repeat that point, beta. I am going to repeat that point. Okay, Shika. So now you have to understand another important point here, that lower energy level to higher energy level. So now this point is exactly coming as lower energy level. This is coming as higher energy level. So lower energy level to higher energy level. So that means whose energy level is highest? In this orbit, can you tell me which energy level is highest? Which energy level is highest here? Which energy level is highest? Which energy level is highest? Which energy level is highest? Very good. Very good, Shika. So we are going, no, Shika, it's wrong. K is not the energy level which is highest. K is not the answer. Answer is, Shrutika, absolutely correct. Q. I told you a very important point, that the energy level increases from first to last. So here the energy level of E1 is less. So if we want to understand, then you have to understand that E1 energy level is less than energy level 2, energy level 3, energy level 4, energy level 5, energy level 6, energy level 7. So the one which is having highest energy is the outermost orbit. The outermost orbit energy is highest. The outermost orbit energy is highest. I repeat, the outermost orbit energy is highest. Absolutely correct, Rahul, Sharmila, Ekta. The correct answer is outermost energy level. The outermost orbit is having highest energy level, and you will keep on going, the energy level decreases. So you just understand that one simple way, that this is the very poor family and this is the richest family. Okay, now I am going to explain with the help of categories, a very poor family and a very rich family. So this n equal to 1 is the poorest family, and q n equal to q, that means n is equal to 7th orbit, is the richest family. Now try to understand from rich and poor point of view. Now what happened, each orbit is having a type of family living. Okay, that means a type of electron will be present in each particular orbit. Now what happens actually, so now one very simple thing will happen, and that is the electron in a particular orbit is stable. Understand very nicely, the electron in a particular orbit, now just take this example, electron is present in 4th orbit. So one electron is present in 4th orbit and it is very, very stable. Electron is present in 4th orbit and it is very, very stable. Now what will happen, this electron, you exactly give energy to this electron. So when you give energy to this electron, so since it gained energy, where it will go? It will go low or it will go high? Tell me, a family is there and that family got 7 crore award. Now this family got 7 crore. Will the family become poor, or now the family is rich? Now a family got 7 crore of rupees. Very good, Keshav. Now 7 crore of rupees a family got. Now the family will be exactly called as poor, or the family will become rich? Let's see. High. Absolutely correct. Shrutika, Keshav, Shika, everyone. Very good. So it will become rich, na Shika. So what will happen? It will go outside, na beta. That means what? Now when you have 7 crore of rupees, think, then what? Are you going to live a normal life? Suddenly next day itself you will go and you will buy a house for yourself. You will go and buy a car. That means now what you have done? You started expending the energy. See, when you were living in this house, you were not wasting money. Okay, suddenly what happened? You got money, and now the moment you got money, your status increased. Means the moment electron will gain energy. The moment electron will gain energy, now electron is rich. Now what electron will do? Electron will go and buy first car for. Vishal, it's a simple concept here. I will give you 7 crore of rupees. What you will do? Tell me. It's a very simple concept. I will give you 7 crore of rupees. What will happen? What you will do? If I will give you 7 crore of rupees, what you will do? Suddenly they will say it's a black money. Don't think about it. Just say what you are going to do. If accidentally you will be getting 7 crore of rupees. I will spend. Yeah, same thing electron is also doing. Now Vishal, you remove yourself and put electron. Now electron is present in 4th orbit. Now You know that on going from inner to outside, energy level increases. Energy level increases. Lower energy level, highest energy level. So from lower to higher energy level increases. From lower to higher energy level. नहीं. No, you don't have to apply more energy. You just have to give less energy, and outermost electron, because of one shielding effect is there, you can pluck out the outer electron very easily. How much big structure is there na? That much it is easy to take out valence electron. Okay, that much it is easy to take out valence electron. वो उतना आसान होगा. जो जितना ज़्यादा ऑर्बिट होगा और ऑर्बिट में सबसे लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा ना, लास्ट ऑर्बिट में जो सबसे लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन होगा, वो देखो कितने सारे ऑर्बिट्स में इलेक्ट्रॉन होंगे, तो क्या होगा, वो जितना ज़्यादा दूर होगा उतना आसानी से तुम उसको निकाल सकते हो. ओके, सो लेस एनर्जी देके भी तुम उसको निकाल लोगे. By giving energy in the form of there is a way of giving energy, beta. There is a way of giving energy. Okay, in electron volt we are giving energy to give. We are giving energy to atom, beta. So when we are giving energy to atom, what it is exactly doing? There are different ways of giving energy, Shruti. Chemical reactions are proceeding. That time also you are giving energy. Okay, so energy can be in form of many things. Okay, now what will happen? Now different type of energy, heat energy, light energy, chemical energy, different type of energy is there. So now you have to understand what happened. Now Vishal, suddenly we were discussing about fourth orbit. Now this electron, you gave 1000 electron volt of energy. 1000 electron volt of energy you have given. Now you have given 1000 electron volt of energy. Now this electron is exactly having this much amount of energy. This electron will jump to the outermost orbit. That means now suddenly the electron become richest. Now once the electron become richest, what it will do? It went to the outer family. Now he saw all the millionaires, billionaires are here. All the millionaires, billionaires are here. And now he also thought that I am also the same. And what he did? See, they are stable here. These electrons now present in the outermost orbit, they are stable because they belong to this orbit. So they don't have to buy car, this thing, that thing. But this electron which is coming from inside to outside, he will use that energy and he will become rich. So what he will do? He will buy what you call car, flat, everything. So when he is spending energy, that means now he is losing energy. So electron will start spending energy. When electron jump from inner orbit to outer orbit, he cannot stay in outer orbit for long time, because when he will go in outer orbit, it will start releasing energy. It will start releasing energy, and one time will come, it will again go back to its original orbit. Understood? But one thing also we can do, Shruti, we can take out the energy of this electron. When we will knock out the energy of this electron, now this electron won't be able to stay in this orbit. Now since we have taken out the energy, the electron will jump into the inner orbit. Okay, now what will happen is the electron will jump into the inner orbit, but inner orbit the electron cannot stay. Why inner orbit electron cannot stay? Because how much energy electron is having, that is exactly far sufficient enough to just go and jump back to the original orbit. So what will happen? Again electron can jump into its outermost orbit. So this is a very important point. Understood, Shika? Bigger to Bill Gates. Yes, the thing here is, this is the most important point. So electron staying in a particular orbit, give energy, it will go to outermost orbit. Take energy, it will go to inner orbit. Understood? Understood everyone? Understood everyone? Come on, quickly tell me, did you understood this point? So if you are giving energy, what will happen? And if you are taking energy, what will happen? Give energy to electron. Give energy to electron. Take energy from electron. When you give energy to electron, what will happen? When you will give energy to electron, what will happen? Quickly say. When you will give energy to electron, what will happen? When you will take energy from electron, what will happen? So two conditions are there. One, give energy. Another, take energy. Very good, Keshav. So when we give energy, electron will go to higher orbit. Electron will go to higher orbit. According to how much amount of energy it is getting, how much amount of energy it is getting, accordingly it will jump to the orbit, outer orbit. And when we will take out the energy, then accordingly it will jump to the inner orbit. Accordingly, it will jump to the inner orbit. Then giving energy. Very good, beta. So Shruti, everyone pay attention here. Shika, here, the more you will give energy, the more it will go outside, but it will not be able to stay in that part. It cannot be able to stay in that part, because once it will go in that part, it will start spending the energy, because it is the electron is not usually belonging to that energy part. So what it will do, it will exactly release energy, and then it will say, hey, it is of no use becoming rich, because I lost all my money, and it will again go back to its original status. It will again go back to its original status. Yes. And when electron, you are going to take the energy from electron, it will go to the inner orbit, but it can't be able to stay in that orbit for long time. It cannot be able to stay in that orbit for long time, because after that it will start, because it will start gaining energy, because it is belonging to another higher level. Okay. So what it will do, it will again jump back to its original orbit. It will again jump back to its original orbit. So giving energy, it will go outside. Taking energy, it will go inside. But that outside inside movement is for some time. After that, it will again jump back to its original orbit, because in in electron's original orbit, where it was exactly belonging, there only it can neither lose energy nor take energy. It will be stable there. I hope you might have understood. In its own particular orbit, it will be stable. But if I will take out energy, then it will become unstable. It will go inside. And if I am going to give energy, then it will become unstable. It will go out. But it will go inside, gain energy, again go back. It will go outside, lose energy, and again come back. So in any case, either you give, it will go for some time, but originally it will return back to its own orbit. The reason behind it, in its own orbit, it is not losing electron or gaining electron. In own orbit, it is stable. It goes to the original place. Absolutely correct, beta. So I hope you might have understood lower energy level to higher energy level. Now we are going to go back to the next point, but before that, we are going to see the mass. Okay. Now somebody will say you that, what is the mass of an atom? What is the mass of an atom? Then immediately you will say that the mass of the atom is due to the mass of nucleus. We have already discussed again and again this point. The mass of the atom is due to the mass of the nucleus. The mass of the atom is due to the mass of the nucleus. Very good, beta. Because nucleus is responsible for the mass of the atom. Because nucleus is responsible for the mass of the atom. Because nucleus was responsible for mass of the atom. Nucleus is responsible for mass of the atom. So nucleus is exactly having neutron and proton. Nucleus is exactly having neutron and proton, and they are responsible for giving the mass of the atom, and electron are very, very lightweight. So because of that, electron mass is very negligible, very, very less. So electron is not responsible for giving mass to the atom. Who is responsible for giving mass? It is exactly the nucleus. It is exactly the nucleus which is responsible for giving the mass, because nucleus consists of neutron and proton, and they are responsible for giving mass to the atom. I hope we have understood this point. Absolutely correct, everyone. So I hope Vishal, Shikha, Keshav, Sharmila, Shrutika, Ekta, back to back, all points are correct, beta. Now we are going to go towards the next way of presenting the atomic number and atomic mass. So how to represent the atomic number and atomic mass? So whenever we are getting any element, so we are presenting the element atomic number and atomic mass like this. We write 1816, 1860, 816. So this place, the higher top place, is exactly for atomic number. It will represent atomic number of element, and this is exactly representing atomic mass. So one is presenting atomic element and one is exactly representing atomic mass. One is atomic mass, another one is atomic element, atomic number, and one is atomic mass. So atomic mass of element upside, atomic number of element upside, atomic mass is downside. Atomic mass is downside and symbol will be here. This is exactly called as symbol. So if I want to represent for oxygen, how I am going to represent? First I will write O, I will write here atomic number 8, and then here I will write atomic mass 8 and 16. So I will write atomic number by atomic mass, atomic number by atomic mass, atomic number by atomic mass. I hope you might have understood this point, beta. Atomic number by atomic mass, atomic number by upper number. Not able to see the upper part. Okay. I'm going to write it down. Now look here, beta. So when we are writing atomic number, so first, what is atomic number? Don't get confused. Atomic number is equal to number of proton. Okay, atomic number is equal to number of proton. Why I am not writing number of electron? We know that number of proton equal to number of electron, but I am not writing number of electron because every time the atom is either losing electron or gaining electron. So its electron number can be shifting, electron number can be changing, amount of electron number can be shifting because outermost orbit electron is there, this electron can go out. Okay, so electron numbers of an atom keeps on changing, but the nucleus proton number remains same. So every time, Shika, understand this one. I'll be explaining about it, beta. I'll be explaining. Here it is written mass down. So there is a way of presentation. See, there is a way of presentation. This was exactly presented by someone. This was exactly presented by someone. So I'm going to explain about it. Don't worry about Shika. I'm going to explain this part. I'm having all the PDFs. Don't worry. I'll be explaining the full part of it. So it was exactly Mosley's. It was not given by the new one, it is Mosley's. Mosley has given it in 1913. Okay, so right now I'm just explaining atomic number. After that I'm going to explain this part, beta. Don't worry. So only I got so atomic number is exactly the number of proton. Atomic number is the number of proton and it is denoted by letter Z. Atomic number is denoted by letter Z. So the first atomic number was introduced by Mosley in 1913. So Mosley was the scientist who has discovered atomic number. So according to him, atomic number is equal to nuclear charge. According to him, atomic number is nothing but equal to nuclear charge. Okay, and then presentation he has given like that. So every element has a different number of proton. That is, two elements cannot have same number of proton. Correct only. So you have to see one very important thing, that number of proton will never be same for any element. If you want to see, number of proton can never be same for any element. So now you see that for hydrogen, proton number is 1. For hydrogen, proton number is 1. Helium proton number is 2. Lithium proton number is 3. So that means we are coming to know that every time the proton number keeps on increasing and no two element in the periodic table have same number of protons. There will never be possibility. Okay. So proton number always increases. So better we will take atomic number as number of proton. So every element has a different number of proton, and however all atom of same element have same number of proton. It is believed that chemical property of an element are controlled by atomic number of the element. So here 3 points are there. We are going to understand this 3 points. First important point is number of protons are never equal for different atoms. So if somebody will be talking about hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, so every time you will see that proton number increases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means the positive charge, the number of proton in the nucleus keeps on increasing, but no two atoms have the same proton number. You see, its proton number is 2, its proton number is 4. They will never have like this. Like X is having 3 proton number, Y is having 3 proton number. It is never possible. It is never possible. Okay. So that means no two element in the periodic table. No two element in the periodic table have same number of proton. This is the first important point. The second important point we were discussing about is about the nucleus, and that is what we have discussed that all atoms are exactly of same element. All atoms of same element have the same. So now if I am going to talk about oxygen and chlorine. So now when I am talking about oxygen number of proton will be how much? Oxygen number of proton will be 8. Number of proton 8. So oxygen number of proton will be same. So same element, proton number will be same. Different element, proton number can never be same. Different element, proton number can never be same. So now you can see chlorine atomic number 17. So it will never be same. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Okay, argon, potassium, calcium. 282. Okay. So you have to understand like this. So it will, chlorine atomic number and this atomic number will never be same. But when oxygen will be there, so oxygen number of proton will be same. Absolutely correct, beta. So this is the point they told. That number of proton for every different number of proton will be different from different atomic number. So different element. But for same element, proton number will be same. Like oxygen, wherever you will go, oxygen proton number will be same. So the next important point we are going to see that then we understood another important point that atomic number is the property. It gives the chemical property. Because of the atomic number only, the atom's property is exactly determined. So it is believed that chemical property of an element are controlled by atomic number. So chemical property of an element are controlled by what? Chemical property of an element are controlled by, yes, I am going to send the PDF beta. Chemical energy of an element are controlled by its atomic number. Now next we are going to talk about atoms are electrically neutral, means number of proton equal to number of electron. So it is obvious that number of electron is equal to number of proton in the nucleus. But we are always writing, but I always give preference to number of protons. So atomic number will be equal to number of proton or number of electron revolving in the extranuclear part. So for electrically neutral atom, atomic number will be equal to number of proton present, electron present or proton present inside it. It is but here one very important note is given. Please kindly pay attention. It is very important to note that atomic number of element is equal to number of electron in a neutral atom only, not in the ion. This is what in the beginning itself I said, and that's why I was specifically talking about atomic number equal to number of proton. I didn't discuss about electron, because the electron most of the time what will happen, the electron is exactly coming out or taking. So electron will either be released or electron will be taken by the atom. So atom cannot exist in nature in free state. They will always be existing in combined state. So for combined state, what they will do, they will be exactly either taking electron or giving electron, and that is the biggest problem. So only we are just writing atomic number equal to number of proton. Proton is the safest because proton is not lost from the nucleus. Number of proton will be same. So now you just have to see this part. So number of proton is exactly same here, but number of electron in ion will release. I am just going to discuss about that. Then we will go for atomic mass, and see here after Mosley the perfect way of writing is changed. Now you see, the perfect way of writing after Mosley's experiment, after Mosley's point of view, the atomic mass and atomic number presentation is totally different. Now Shikha, can you see this one? Shikha, can you see this one? Now before that, just see this part, Shikha. Everyone pay attention here. This is exactly oxygen. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many electrons are there? 6 electron and 2 electron. Total 8 electron. And here inside proton is also 8. So 8 proton and here total 8 electron. But oxygen is unstable. So oxygen will do what? Oxygen will receive 2 more new electrons. Okay, now it is stable. Now oxygen, once it will receive 2 more electron, now oxygen is 100% stable. But now the number of oxygen, electron in oxygen is changing. Now after receiving 2 electron, 10 electrons are coming in the outermost orbit, 8 proton is coming in the innermost orbit. Then what will be the atomic number? 8 or 10? Then what will be the atomic number? Come on, quickly tell me. At that case, what will be the atomic number? At that case, what will be the atomic number? At that case, what will be the atomic number, beta? That case, atomic number will become 10 because 2 electron it has been taking. 2 electron it has been taking. Okay, 2 electron it has been taking. So that's why it will be a problem. So for ions means the one which is either giving electron or taking electron. Now sodium is having 2, 8, 1. Outermost 2 here inner orbit, 8 and 1. Now sodium wants to gain the nearest noble gas configuration. Sodium wants to become like noble gas. So what sodium will do? Sodium will give 1 electron. When sodium will release 1 electron, that means now its number of electron changed to 10. First it was 11, now it is, but proton number stays 11. Proton number stays 11. So which one is the safer one? Which one? Because atom may go for ion formation. Atom may form positive ion or negative ion. So for that, the stable one is number of proton from the nucleus. So atomic number many a times is written as number of proton. Atomic number equal to number of proton. I hope everybody understood. Shika, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium. Sodium atomic number is 11 beta. Sodium atomic number is 11. Understood? So proton number will be 11, electron number will be 11. But what sodium will do? Sodium wants to gain the nearest noble gas configuration. Okay. To gain the nearest noble gas configuration of neon, it will release 1 electron. It will release 1 electron. Na alone is 11 beta, Na alone, but when it will give 1, it will become 10. So first it had 11, now it will have, after giving 1, it will become 10. So now see, innermost orbit 11 charge and here outer 10 charge. So that means here better to say atomic number equal to number of proton. Atomic number equal to number of proton. Yes, beta, that is correct, Shika. Now atomic number equal to number of proton. So we have understood about this point, but after this we understood another important point is atomic mass. So now what is atomic mass? Atomic mass is number of neutron plus number of proton present in the nucleus, and it will be taken as proton plus neutron. That will be exactly coming as atomic mass. And after that we learned how to write the atomic mass. The presentation for writing the atomic mass is any element, unknown element is represented by X. And after that the atomic mass is represented by A. Atomic mass is represented by A. And then we started learning how to write the atomic number in atomic mass. Then after Mosley's experiment, we started learning writing about mass up and then here K down, Z down, mass up and Z down. So Z is representing atomic number and A is representing atomic mass. Z is representing atomic number and A is representing atomic mass. A is representing atomic mass. So atomic mass is equal to number of proton plus number of neutron. Atomic mass is equal to number of proton plus number of neutron. So this brings the end of the explanation for atomic mass. So now next class we are going to talk about distribution of electron in different orbit. So distribution of electron in different orbit in next class we are going to discuss, and we will be understanding about number of neutron, proton and electron presentation. See beta, the presentation for different scientists has a different way of presenting. But now after Neil Bohr experiment, we are exactly writing atomic mass at top and atomic number at bottom. Atomic mass at top and atomic number at bottom. I am keeping it till here only beta.